What is up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about CSRPacker Pro. Start off, you guys do need to know how to edit NSBs to use this. It's not going to do it for you. I just need to clarify that beforehand. Some people have the impression that this is going to do it for them. It's not. So we're going to start with how you're going to get it from the download link. It's a 7-zip, so just unzip it. And, excuse me. It's going to have two files in there. So you're going to have the installer and this guide. So it's a troubleshooting guide and a use guide. It's got, if you're having issues with installing it and what each menu does as far as the program itself. Some nifty pictures in there to have visual cues as well. That's also going to be included in the installer. So I'm going to move those out of the way. And what we're going to start with is just running the installer. Make sure to run it as an admin. I am an admin on my account, so I can just double click it. You're going to start here. It'll say, hey, press enter to start. Go ahead and do so. It'll start going through the process it needs to do to install. And so here it's going to say there's a prompt that's going to popped up on my other monitor for me. What you're going to do is don't press anything except one time to bring the prompt up. There it is. And it's got your name there, so I'll put in a fake name to test. Then underneath that will be your email that you used PayPal. That way I can verify your purchase. And underneath it says file, and then it says insert CSRP Pro info.txt. So what you're going to do, you're going to click on file, go to your desktop directory. It will be there somewhere. There's mine. So we'll click on that guy, and we'll open it up there, and then you'll hit submit. And what that's going to do is that's going to upload to my database so I can confirm that your purchase matches that you are installing this program. And once this goes through, you're going to see there it says, hey, it's been uploaded. Here's a password. Make sure you grab that. And then it also says, it could take 24 hours for me to process this. There's also a link to an hour-long Toto Africa, so that's cool. So you can go ahead, go back to the installer, enter in the passcode. And it's going to be, whatever I have set at the time there. And there it is. There's a prompt that says you can wait 24 hours or you can contact me at Kick. Don't do that. I don't really check it. I mean, you can if you have to. I'll get the notification. But message me on Facebook or email me, whatever it is. I'll get back to you as fast as I can. If you're talking to me beforehand, it'll make things go a lot faster. So now, on my other monitor, I'm going to drag this over. There's the program. Install to the desktop. Hip, hip, hooray. So at this point, after you have to wait for confirmation, I go through and I push it through. What you'll be able to do is you'll be able to open the program. Basically, and it should work after I send you that confirmation. So here it is. It went through, downloaded all the assets it needs to. And here's your home, menu. You got NSB, SCB, TRB, TRBGen, car picker, the leaderboard gen, and your settings stuff. Here's the settings and credits. It's all stuff to make it possible. 2 for logging. This was a feature that was asked for, which of course popped on my other monitor. So this is live logging. You can see what you've done in the program, and it will display it. It's kind of flashy, so if you have epilepsy, I'm sorry. You change menus there, and it says you went to the menu. So I went ahead and closed it there. You can go in the NSB menu. You can unpack. You can open a previously unpacked file. You can pack a file. All these done are with the program. You can also back up files. So there's a built-in directory into the program that it automatically set to default in their preference. So I'm just going to download an NSB here off my phone. Show you can unpack it. Drag it on over there to my desktop. I'm going to go back to the program, and I will hit unpack, and it should open a notepad. There it is. Voila. So it's ease of access. It's convenient. and there's the text file. Everything works in the directory of the program, so I recommend putting it in a folder. Otherwise, wherever you have it is going to get kind of messy with files, and you'll see as we go on, more files, keep coming up. So there it is. You can open it previously unpacked, or I can pack it, and you notice that it disappeared there. Didn't really disappear, it just went back to my other monitor. What that does is it repacks that text file, and it automatically renames it to an NSB, so you don't have to mess with the save. So this is the quick reading, and what it does is it goes through a packed NSB, and it picks out key points here. Most notably is your RP, your level. I have it set to where it'll determine your cash, your gold, your keys, how many you have, and then there's the individual files you would see in the NSB. And underneath it are cars, and it has a few options underneath the cars. That's mostly just to see if you've maxed the car. You can see how many parts are fitted, or what the Evo is, or what the paint and the interior color is, if you were changing that as well. So you can do that. It opens in a separate menu, so it doesn't mess with the program. You just press enter to close it. And then here's where you can save backups with P. Basically, there's a default directory, and that's where if you make a backup and you name it, it goes to that directory, and you can recover it. I added in to where you can actually set the directory. If you have a customer and they come to you a lot, and you have like 19 NSBs from them, you can back them all up to their own separate directory, so that you're not cluttering up one single directory. You can sort of organize it how you want. And that's really convenient. I like having that, because I know when I was doing customer accounts, it got kind of wild. But when you set a directory, it'll ask you if you want to set it to default as open. And basically, there's a preference that's saved in this. And if you want to change the default directory to something else, you can save it. And when you open it, that'll be the working directory you're working in, which kind of cool, if you're into that. So you can see I have a handful of directories already there, because I was testing it and seeing what I could do. It will display all of the current directories, or if you're loading a backup, it'll display the backups that you have. So basically, every time you make a backup, you name it. You can't have duplicates of the same name. It'll overwrite it, so be sure not to do that. And here's showing, how you can set it as a preference. I'm not going to really show you that it saves that on load up, but you can take my word for it. And that's about the extent of the NSB menu, as far as organizing and working with, the NSB file. Your SCB and your TRB are the exact same, basically. It's just they don't have a quick read function. There wasn't really a need for it, since those files, TRB changes so often. The SCB is it's so small. You can just open it and view it. So next, you see it's the same layout as SCB. Next, I'm going to get into the TRBGen. This was developed by MDS, but he gave me the source code to it a while ago, and he's like, just upkeep it, because he's moved on to a new Java-based one with a cleaner UI. So you can, you go through, you set your RP, and if you set the account info, you can save the crew ID and the opponent ID. Excuse my keyboard for vomiting numbers. I'm not going to set the opponent ID. I'm just going to use the default. You can do exact RP, and it's pretty cool how it does it. There's an algorithm that uses in-game code to get the exact amount. As far as setting the time, you can either set it manually, and this program uses local time. So use your local time, or you can just have it pick the time for you. As you can see here, it runs through the swaps, and it does all the black magic to get your number. Shows you the number of swaps. It shows you the amount of RP that you have earned, and the total amount of cash you would have earned from that. and the time you can put it in your profile. Note that these TRBs don't affect your NSP. If you want to change those values based on this, you would have to do that. So there's the TRB. I'll just open it up and show you kind of what it looks like there. So there you can see it's pretty big TRB built there. And it's to exact. So it's using everything based from 1 to 100 to get exact RP. And if it can't do it, it'll erase the file and try again using a different route, which is cool. This is the leaderboard gen. You use this to create leaderboard times. It's kind of a bust, though. It only works on the PC cup, which sucks. I don't know why. It's something to do with NM and their deal. So this next part I'm going to get into is the car picker. This is my favorite part. It's loading the assets now for it. But this is the collection of all just shy of 3,000 individual car files in the game. So, you can scroll through every manufacturer here. At the end, there's going to be the PUPR list, which is basically the purchase tags that are sort of depreciated post 2.6. And at the end is the master list. And what that is all the customization IDs used. So if you want to create custom cars, you can use that, which is cool. So I'll just show you a car here. We'll go back. You can fast skip too with that. So, I'm going to show you there's Ferrari. It's got all the Ferraris there that you could possibly want to use. Let's get a, we'll go to Bentley. Get a Bentayga and show you how ridiculous this is. So there's all the variants for the Bentayga. There's quite a bit, especially with this past update. What am I gonna do? I don't know what a Verdant is a good color, right? See, so you match the number there, smash that like button, enter button, and there it is. There's the car info. So this is for every car in the game, every variant, even variants that they didn't release but are in the game. They're in there. Do another car, an IAP car, I guess. Wrong button. Cool. Let's get I'll just do a Brabham. I'll do that. Get the BT62. So button for the BT62. This was a bug. I forgot to set the name when it opens, so it just shows temp. But it'll be correctly named there. And this is the full file for the Brabham. So, you can do every car you want in the game. And this updates with every individual update. I update it on the go. So, we're going to head back here. Go into the Deluxe menu. This is for the Deluxe version. It is a bit more pricey for the Deluxe version, but here is the reasoning why. I'll start with the car list, load that up. It's every car in the game. It's the name for every car in the game, so you can use this. It doesn't seem very fun, but you will use it later on, and you'll understand why it is there on that menu. So next I'll do ESNN builder. So what this is, the ESNN is stage 6s, and you can use either your NSB that's in the directory for the program, or you can use the provided assets file. I'm going to use the provided asset file. It's a little faster. Basically what it is it's going to build you a full list of stage 6s for every car. I don't recommend copying the whole list. I recommend only copying what you need. But all in all, it builds the entire list. So there you go. You'll see it go through every car there. It might take a little bit, but get the point. It'll open once it's done there. And there it is. So there's the list of all the stage 6s, which is quite a bit. This also updates with every game update. Next, I'll skip that and do the Fusion Builder. This, same thing like the ESNN Builder. Here you can set how many you want. How many fusions. So this is the base fusion info, and it goes by manufacturer. So and this will also update, or at least I'll update with every update, I guess. And once it's done, where are we at? We're in the M's. Once it's done, it'll open up and you'll see it's also quite big. I don't recommend copying the whole thing. Your file will usually corrupt if you do that. I don't know the reasoning, but pick your poison, select what you want, do a couple, or do a handful, or don't at all. This is mostly for just if you're replacing or you want to verify a fusion, I guess. The next part I'm going to do is the support builder. This is cool. So you see there's a big list of things. You can do cash gold, cars, keys, tokens, RP, whatever. There's a bunch of crap. So load up your car list from earlier. Kind of minimize this so you can see. And let's see. Load a car. So it's 5. Press 5. And it'll say use the name with all underscores but no quotes. And you'll notice there that those have names that have underscores and quotes. So what you'll do in Notepad, you just double click whatever car you want. We'll do the Genetta just for all intensive purposes here. I copy it in there. Gotcha config number 0 for this. Next I'll do some stage 6s. Ignore that last gotcha config. It's off. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's there for peace of mind. It's not, for real. But stage 6, same thing. Just copy paste that in there. Put how many stage 6 you want. Next, do fusions. You can do all of them or you can do individual. I'm going to do them all because who wants just a few fusions? Now this, it'll say use all lowercase. I also did not put in there, but do not put spaces in names. So just type in, we'll do Genetta for my car there. You put how many fusions you want. We'll do 100. You want to add more? Yes. You can do some gold, do 200,000. Some cash, and do 200 million because I'm a baller. And I don't know, maybe some tokens. No, we'll do keys. Do some gold keys. Give me like 10,000 or something. Yeah, I'll do tokens. Give me 100 of those. Once you're done, you press in for adding stuff. It'll build that up. And look at that. A full support block built, copy and paste ready to put in your NSP. This is a support method, and you can use this for anything. It's a generic base, so basically as long as you put the right information in, it will come out correctly. And that's the extent of the deluxe version. So all in all, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in here. And you can see it creates a lot of mess as far as file-wise. That's why I recommend doing it in a folder. So close that out and you're left with this mess. So basically you can use this to your extent. It does seem a little pricey, but think about how much you're getting in there. You're getting the ability to do anything you want in this game. I mean, as far as even built car files, which I forgot to mention, all of those are maxed. It's a good bargain. So thanks for watching. Peace.